Welcome to another episode on our channel. You'll probably recognize this guy from The Walking Dead. This is Rick Grimes. You've seen this part of the figure before, not this head. I thought I was getting a custom 7th season figure when I purchased this originally. It came with this head. And then when I got the head, I looked at it and I said, I don't think that's a 7th season head. I thought, it just, I had some doubts. And then my friend from Norway said he thought it wasn't a 7th season head, and that confirmed it for me. It wasn't a 7th season head. And then I started looking more closely at the 7th season, and it definitely wasn't the 7th season head from ThreeZero, which is what I wanted. So it was custom, and I thought they were referring to the clothing, but they were also referring to the head, sadly. But the other day, and I can't tell you how long I've been looking for just the head, because I wanted to customize it initially. And I thought when I found it with this head, and it was already customized, I thought I had a good deal, and apparently I did not. But I didn't want to pay some of the prices that are being asked on eBay for the 7th season figure, or any of the ThreeZero figures for that matter. So I've been trying to customize as many as I possibly can. And the other day, I was fortunate enough to run across just the head sculpt. I can't tell you how hard it is to find just the head sculpt of something that's been out of stock for years. You can find the whole set. The box may be chewed up quite a bit, but people aren't going to be just selling the head. I would do Google searches. I couldn't find just the head. And then I decided with some of these 1/6 scale, loose 1/6 scale distributors that I like to go to, why don't I just do a search on their websites and see if I can find a Rick Grimes head. And when you know it, I found a 7th season head. I also found a 1st season head, but I like the 7th season better. So this is the ThreeZero 7th season head. And when we get to the close-ups of this head, I'll show you how this definitely compares and falls woefully short of the ThreeZero head. So here is Rick Grimes. Now, what appears to be original to the set, of course, I found the head separately, but with the custom I purchased, they appeared to have the holster rig. They've got the 44 mag. They've got the speed reloader pouches. They've got the handcuff pouch. They've got the AK, what looks to be AK-47. And then they have boots that don't look really like the 7th season. I mean, they're brown, but not as weathered as the 7th season figure. They have blue jeans on him instead of black jeans, and they have this darker pattern shirt versus just a darker shirt. So it's close. It is custom, but now it does have the ThreeZero head, so I'm a happy camper. So, yeah. So probably in the next episode, we'll bring out all our ThreeZero figures, or I might wait until I get Shane made. I do want to make Shane. I think that's the last one I want to make with my set that I have now. I've made Carol, Daryl, kind of rhymes, doesn't it? Carol and Daryl, Glenn, Maggie, Abraham. I have him, Michonne, and the 2 zombies, the 2 Pats, one her former boyfriend and the friend of her former boyfriend. So I have quite a few figures, but yeah, not everyone that I would like to have had from that particular show. So anyway, here's Rick Grimes. We'll pause now and get him on a turntable so that you can see him from different angles. I will eventually change the pants out for a black pair of jean pants if I can find such a pair. Sometimes it's hard to find clothes that fit well on these newer bodies, you know. Some clothes that are out there for sale, 1/6 scale, is designed to fit on dragon bodies or smaller bodies. And so when you get them on these figures, they're a little too high up. So hopefully I can find something that works for me, or use some fabric dye or spray dye, fabric like dye that's black to go on these jeans. We'll see what happens. So anyway, so we're just gonna go around. He's got brown boots on. Be nice to have them weathered too. And there's the AK-47. He's got a nice patterned shirt on. I kind of like the shirt. The jeans aren't bad. It's just that black would match better with the shirt. All right, in the back, okay. You can start to see the pouches here, the speed loader pouches, and over here is the handcuff pouch. Start to see the 44 mag and the holster. Yeah. I guess the jeans kind of match. There's a little hints of blue in the shirt, so it's not so bad if I had to keep them that way. Anyway, we'll pause now and get some tighter shots from here on up. I do like the shirt a lot. I like the patterned look, but yeah, I'm thinking it has to be black. Of course, my husband right now is mocking me because I'm talking about matching things, but anyway, he looks pretty darn good. You can see the handcuff pouch coming into view right about here, right? And the speed loader pouches, right here. It's kind of out of view, but there's that 44 Magnum going around, kind of out of view. There's the AK assault weapon. But you can get a better look now at his face, his shirt. And we'll pause now and get an even tighter shot of his face and compare it to the other head sculpt that I had gotten earlier. And you'll see quite a difference between the two. So here's a close-up of the ThreeZero face, and I'm just going to bring into view the custom head sculpt. And I think you can see there's a marked difference between the two, not just in terms of the color of the hair and the beard, but the beard is too full, it's too wide, it's too long. The mouth is pursed open, the eyes are squinted. I mean, they're not bad if you really look closely at the eyes. They're not poorly painted, but it's just, it's a shadow of this head right here, I think. So I'm so thankful I was able to find a ThreeZero head. And ThreeZero is getting better at doing what they do. The Dungeons and Dragons figure that we saw not too long ago is really great. The head sculpt is wonderful. So anyway, this is a custom, and this is the real thing, ThreeZero. So we will go side to side to get a better look at this guy. Those eyes are great. ThreeZero did capture him really good. And I do fancy the shirt he has on. I don't think I'll change that. I'll just get some pants that match it better. There you go. So I forgot to say, or I did say, but I really want to emphasize that I do want to add at least Shane to the set that I have. So now I have Rick Grimes. I do need to change his pants, but I have Rick Grimes. I have Michonne and her two pets. I have Glenn and Maggie. I have Carol and Daryl. It's always funny to say those two names together because it's like they rhyme. Daryl and Carol, Carol and Daryl. But they had something going at one time. So, and I don't know what happens later in the series because we stopped at 5 or partway through 6. Okay, so Maggie, Glenn, Carol, Daryl, Abraham, I forgot Abraham, and then Rick and Michonne and her two pets. And I did see a head. What's his name? The guy who's somewhat autistic. What I would call autistic. It's just a little odd, a little bizarre in, the social domain. Very nice, likable character, though. I did see a head of him. Thought of adding him. So it just depends on how bad I want that head sculpt. so anyway, when I do get this particular set done, we'll bring out all the characters so you can see them all together. Here's one last look at the lead character in The Walking Dead, Rick Grimes. I hope you've liked what you've seen. If you have, consider giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. In the meantime, everyone, please have a great day.